Welcome to NBL 1 action here. This is NBL 1 West, and it is the Joondalup Wolves taking on the Mandurah Magic here from HBF Arena in Joondalup. Terry Seaver's my name, and joining me is Glenn Simpson. Glenn, we're still recovering from that heart stopper of the ladies' game just a few moments ago.
We saw an absolute belter in the ladies' game earlier, Terry, and I expect this game to be no different. Obviously, the fourth place Joondalup Wolves coming off that narrow loss to the Goldfields last weekend, take on the sixth place Mandurah Magic, who are 5-3, 5 wins and 3 losses. But look at their offensive scoring power of the Magic team, and the Wolves are going to have their work cut out tonight on the home court to try and get this win. But Magic are averaging 92.6 points per game, so they know how to put the ball in the hole, and they're obviously led by some super experienced players like Joe Bowie. Has just been around the league for years and years. I mean, has played NBA development, or what is G League now, back in 2014. So he's an experienced player, averaging 20 points per game. Then you got Abram, who's also an American import, originally from Washington, and played his basketball at Maryland College. And then, of course, Ray Turner. We know Ray Turner from having been around the league for a number of years. A stint with the Sydney Kings back in the 2018-2019 season. And then you throw in the veteran point guard, Cole Armour, as well. So, this is a great stacked Magic team. Yep.
It's going to be a fantastic match here at HBF Arena. So, Joondalup narrowly lost to Goldfields last week, 73-70. Mandurah, on the other hand, they were dominated by Geraldton up in Geraldton, 111-85. Geraldton, the real standout of the competition. Got to mention Mathiang Muo last week, 35 points, 10 rebounds. Would have to be right up there for the league MVP at this point.
Oh, for sure. And look, while Magic would have liked to have got that win last week up in Geraldton, but there's certainly a lot of teams find it difficult to go up there and play an informed Geraldton on the home court. For the Wolves, one thing that does concern me is in the three-point game, the Wolves left 6 points on the free throw line, and their free throws, even the game against Slammers the previous week where they completely dominated, they shot the free throws about 57%. So that's something they need to clean up tonight, because this Mandurah Magic team are not going to give you too many second chance opportunities. So you need to grab those opportunities with both
Starting
hands.
Five for the Wolves, Jonathan Wade, also Pesava, CJ Turnage, Vine out there as well. And one more we've got out there, number 10. Looks like Bloxham's out there.
Yes, Josh Bloxham has started.
So Bowie, Turner, and also Abram, as well as Pearson. And Armour out there for Mandurah as we kick off.
Jonathan Wade with that defensive rebound on the missed shot.
Just working their rhythm, the Wolves, as they press it forward. Out to Pesava. Likes a good drop. Gets one right there.
Big Chambers Franklin 3-point on the start of the game for Julian Pesava.
So good start for the home side, 3-zip. Mandurah working it forward. And nullifying that is Abram. Bang, bang, bang. Josh Bloxham there for the Joondalup Wolves. Jonathan Wade stops and props. Out to Turnage. Top of the arc is Bloxham. Then drives inside. Goes way out. Ball ends up with Turnage. And gets another one.
Another Chambers Franklin's 3 there for the Joondalup Wolves. So they've started in pretty hot form here.
Turnage 19 points last week, 22 a few weeks back against Southwest, 14 against Lakeside and 16 against Warwick. So good option there up forward as the Magic pull another one. Abram there. And it's 2 threes apiece here. So we're 6-all at HBF. Good start from both sides.
Abram shooting 3-ball 29% for the season, and he's certainly started well. Clearly.
Jonathan Wade lost possession, maintains it, rolls around on the left side, just couldn't bring it down. Mandurah working it out of their back half. Getting it forward there is Kyle Armour.
Runs the floor nicely and gets on the end of that pass for a layup.
CJ Turnage outside to Pesava. Handy acquisition for the Wolves this year. Been very consistent over the last month. CJ Turnage thought about going the big shot, and then on the second attempt wasn't successful. So Ray Turner from the back half will work it out for Mandurah. Got a good defensive setup there, Julian, but Turner trying to work inside. Can he get the two? He pulls it in.
Just a polished player, Ray Turner, and Joel Vine-Jr. has his work cut out tonight to try and nullify his influence on the game. Tough matchup for Joel Vine-Jr.
Lots of possession for Joondalup. Finds Pesava, capable of a big three. Just couldn't bring it down. Mandurah driving it forward through the agency of Abram. Ball ends up with Pearson. Battled hard last week against the Geraldton Buccaneers. And draining another three is Abram.
So I think the Wolves need to adjust their defence on Abram. And here he goes again.
Here's Abram going a little closer. And drawing the foul there. So Jonathan Wade. A little unlucky there. Parkinson and Maris Colton jumping in for the Joondalup Wolves there.
Yeah, Joel Vine-Jr. Having an early sit down there. Tom Parkinson will come on and probably match up on Ray Turner.
So 15-6, the visitors lead. Maris Colton donning the long sleeves there, the trademark long sleeves.
Jordan Molstead just called for the travel there. That's a turnover to Magic. So let you go to a 15-6 lead here. So the Joondalup Wolves need to get a stop here and create some offense just to keep themselves in this game.
Options are plenty there for Mandurah. Out the far side, couldn't bring it down, Byron Pearson. And driving it fast is Jonathan Wade out to Turnage. Good connection between these two players. And CJ Turnage drawing the foul there.
I think Ray Turner just called for that little hand foul there. First team foul for the Andrew Magic.
CJ Turnage with the big shot, couldn't bring it down. Ray Turner back home for Mandurah. Working at grandstand side. This is Kyle Armour. Armour had Wellsteed there with him, but they work it out. Here's Turner. Couldn't bring it down. Maris Colton back home for Joondalup. Through the centre of the court.
Kyle Armour just drawing that foul on Jordan Wellsteed. And with that matchup with Tom Parkinson on Ray Turner, I think Tom would be quite happy to see Ray settle for that jump shot away from the bucket, because he takes Tom down on the low post. He may be a handful giving up a height difference.
So you feel that Parkinson's probably the best option there for Turner?
Yeah, look, it's a tough matchup. I mean, the Wolves don't have a lot of tall timber.
Yep.
So, Tom...
Probably their best option. Good tap out there from Wellsteed. Transition a little too hot there for Joondalup, and ball goes out of play. CJ Turnage couldn't get his hands on it. Jay Bowie bringing it out. Defensive side for Mandurah. Long pass down court. Finds Bowie. Bowie driving it inside, but then a bit of a slip up there. Ball goes out of play.
Yeah, a little surprised you didn't go hard at Jordan Wellstead there with the head of steam going downhill there. Just trying to draw the second foul on Jordan Wellstead. It wasn't to be.
Tom Parkinson had possession, finds Pesava. Likes to go long range, but just a little bit too short. So checking out is Kyle Armour.
So there's a boomerang time out there for the Joondalup Wolves, but...
oh no, they're all checking out.
Yeah, but Coach Morrell probably not liking what he's seeing at the moment. The Wolves obviously started pretty hot with those 2 3-pointers, but the scoring's really dried up since those two first couple of shots there. But yeah, obviously settling for the 3-ball a little bit too much now. Probably haven't seen a lot of inside presence for the Joondalup Wolves, and of course once they jack up that 3-ball and miss, the Magic have been cleaning up the D-boards quite nicely. So, yep, Coach Morrell needs to make some adjustments here, refocus the Joondalup Wolves, and see if they can find some offense and get themselves back into this game. Because at the moment it's a 6-15 lead to the Mandurah Magic.
Yeah, it was a great start. We've been treated threes at both ends, and then it's kind of gone Mandurah's way.
You mentioned Byron Pearson earlier in the commentary there, Terry, and
yes.
He did have a great game last week. 19 points off the bench last week against the top place Geraldton, so he's obviously earned a start this week, so that's good to see the young man get rewarded.
Mandurah working it forward. Arbram. They get a little closer to the Magic. Pearson at the line.
Oh,
gets
nice
the drop
finish.
the right way.
Nice finish.
So 17-6, Mandurah leading. CJ Turner's got Byron Pearson there with him. Goes cross court to Wade. Parkinson in there, but turnover here. Magic with the finish. And Pearson draws in 2.
Yeah, Tom Parkinson just catching the ball in the low post there for the Wolves, but tried to kick it back out again, but active hands by Bowie caused a turnover. And of course, just seen a couple of times Magic just generate some offense from their defence and get out and run, and did a good job of finishing there and enjoying the foul.
So Pearson going back for the bonus shot there. Good start by the visitors. So it's 26, Mandurah's way. Maris Colton with the long sleeves, goes to the line, goes upstairs and gets 2.
Yeah, Colton's been good for the Wolves off the bench the last couple of weeks.
Loving his contribution there from the sidelines. Magic with the 3-point attempt.
Kyle with the rebound there for Magic to keep it alive.
Armour there. Goes to the 45. Just couldn't get it to roll the right way. Keeping alive there. Pretty persistent there, Mandurah. Riley Parker's on court. Out to Pearson. And plenty of Mandurah numbers there. Still, they keep it in their offensive side. Jay Bowie. Back to Armour. He's got the big turnage in front of him. He goes around them right-hand side. Can he draw in 2? No, quiet. Good defensive work there from Tom Parkinson. Out to Pesava, onto Turnage. Turnage driving the lanes out to Pesava again. And he draws in a big shot.
Well, Chambers Franklin 3-pointer. We've seen plenty of those tonight. There's a much needed points there for the Joondalup Wolves. Back to a 9-point ball game. Wolves
Jay
still have some
Bowie,
work.
he's got Parkinson in front of him. He goes the 3-point attempt. Just couldn't bring it down. Working it out is Maris Colton. Colton inside the arc. Out to Parkinson. Parkinson, can he drop it in? He does.
Another Chambers Franklin three-pointer.
Jamie O'Loughlin has seen enough for the moment, so he's called a timeout there. So it's 20-14, I beg your pardon, Mandurah's way. So really dominant. I mean, that offensive effort there from Mandurah, they just constantly kept coming at Joondalup.
Yeah, even when Jordan Wellstead thought he'd cleaned up that loose ball or got the defensive rebound, just the Mandurah player was able to come in behind and get a deflection and run down the loose ball. So it's been a lot of effort there, and they've got after it, Mandurah, and they've started particularly well. It's just obviously the likes of Tom Parkinson is a little bit slow when he hit the court, but he's got a couple of defensive rebounds and sort of hit that Chambers Franklin three-pointer just before that timeout, so he's worked his way into the game, and the Wolves just need to keep finding some points here and try and claw their way back into the game and make this a tough game for the Magic. But a great start by Magic.
Brilliant start.
They've had the answer so far. We're just waiting for our stats to refresh here, but we'll get there.
A few more coins into the machine, Glenn.
So we know 3 team fouls to the Wolves so far, 1-1 to the Mandurah Magic.
That's Riley Parker starting proceedings off for Mandurah. Magic outside the arc. Ray Turner hands it back to Abram.
And he's proving to be a handful of Joondalup Wolves. Abram. Fourth team foul now for the Joondalup Wolves. Joel Viangina back on the court for the Wolves. Mitch Newton hits the court for the first time also for the Wolves.
Pesava trying to get a look at it. Couldn't bring it down. Still has possession. Out to Newton. This is Maris Colton.
Did all the hard work but couldn't finish off.
Coming down court. Great transition there. Great work from Jay Bowie. Turnage for the Wolves now. They find themselves down by 11. This is a good battle. Turnage and Bowie. Who wins it? They'll maintain possession.
And Joel Viangina just called for the over the back on that rebound. Joel Viangina's first foul for the evening, but of course that's 5 for team fouls for the Wolves, so Magic will walk the length of the floor and shoot a couple of free throws.
Lee Rickwood Pitt stepping on for Mandurah Magic and stepping off there, Jay Bowie.
66% free throw shooter.
Costo Kyle. They're having a few shots. So minutes tick down. Turnage with a much needed 2 there for Joondalup. So margin back to 9 points. The visitors lead Mandurah Magic. Ray Turner, he's got Newton there with him. Can he find his way to the basket? Not quite. It's a hot ball, but worked out beautifully by Joondalup. Maris Colton out to Turnage. Goes upstairs with the attempt. Couldn't bring it down. And Rickwood Pitt. Good battle there with Turnage.
Certainly was.
Steal attempt there from Pesava. He'll get it the second time. He pulls in 2. And looks like he'll probably get another one.
Yeah, Christine Hall just called there for the hands fell on that layup. But nice hands in the pass line there by Julian Pesava. Caused the turnover. As you mentioned, Lee Rickwood Pitt put a lot of pressure on that CJ Turnage layup attempt. Looks like a young man with a lot of energy. active on the glass.
Had their colours lowered last week by the dominant Geraldton Buccaneers. Mandurah, but they've put in a good show to start off with. The 25-19 in front of Joondalup. It's going forward, Rickwood Pitt. Rickwood Pitt, can he try and get the two? Good rebound there defensively. Going for the big shot, Pesava. Never looked like going in. So quarter time here at HBF Arena, and it is the Mandurah Magic in front, 25 to the Joondalup Wolves 19.
Yeah, great start by the Magic. They really put the Wolves to the sword there. Wolves started well, as we said, with those throwing a couple of three balls to get themselves up and going, but then it just dried up. Magic cranked up the defence, got their reference going from their defensive stops, and Wolves have found a way somehow. It's still a 6-point ball game, but it's certainly looking a lot better at quarter time than it did halfway through that first quarter. So, yeah, well done to the Wolves to find a way to get themselves slightly back into the game, but certainly the Magic have had all the answers so far in this game.
Pretty tight in the field goals there. The three-pointers, Wolves find themselves a little further in front, 50-38.
Rebounds were a little bit surprising for me because as the stats went down, we're just calling it from the naked eye. It's 11 rebounds all. I would have thought Magic were well in front. Probably they were probably halfway through the quarter, but the likes of Tom Parkinson found a way to drag in a few boards and just even that tally up. So that's surprising. 5 turnovers to the Wolves to 2. So again, that's that defensive pressure by Magic causing those turnovers for the Magic. So yeah, look, again, Magic have thrown down the gauntlet to the Wolves on their home court. They produced the goods so far, so the Wolves have definitely got to dig deep here and find a way to get themselves back into this game.
Some good energy about Mandurah. There's some players that have come on and
100%.
Really upbeat. We've got Rickwood Pitt, who's jumped on. Also Byron Pearson, a great player there. Battled hard last week against the dominant Buccaneers players, but has really...
and even Christo Cole, I mean, the way he throws himself after loose balls and gets after the boards and stuff like that. I mean, did get called for a foul there during the first quarter, but you can see the effort levels are up here for Magic. You know, they're keen, they're after it, and the Wolves need to find a way to lift their game, get a bit more energy back into their offense, and try and get back into this ball game.
Great first period. Promising start there for the visiting Mandurah Magic. The Wolves find themselves 6 points in arrears of the visiting Wolves as Pesava did a little fake there, then it goes closer. He's got the big Ray Turner in front of him. Out to Mitch Newton.
7 seconds on the shot clock. Wolves need to get active.
Will try and beat the buzzer.
And Jonathan Wade's been called on the offensive foul there. Second personal for Jonathan Wade. So that's a good start to the quarter by Magic, getting that stop and obviously drawing another foul on the starting point guard for the Joondalup Wolves. Second foul early in the first quarter, so he's going to have to be pretty careful and very measured.
Mandurah Magic still in front. They're up by 6. Byron Pearson links up with Armour. Out to Turner. Goes upstairs and gets a couple. Like that. From the big man.
Nice little pocket pass there by Cole Armour.
First dunk of the night there.
Yeah, it's a big JLC dunk.
There's Ray Turner.
Another rebound for Turner.
Links up with Bowie. Out to Pearson. Jonathan Wade. Hot on Abrams Hill. And going upstairs again. Launching 2 more is Turner. So 29-19, the Mandurah Magic lead. Out to Pesava. Can he get the 3? Drains it in.
Another Chambers Franklin 3. We've seen plenty of those tonight.
Good contest, this one. 29-22, Mandurah Magic lead.
And Jay Bowie just drawing that foul on Joel Viangina. That'll be his second personal foul. Looks like he's staying in the game. I think it was the Maris Colton come on for. Those going for Mitch Newton. Just a touch under 94% from the free throw line this year, Joe Bowie.
You put your house on him at the paint.
No, unless I've cursed him again, no.
Oh, nearly. No, he got it. 25 last week there against Geraldton Buccaneers, 23 against Eastern, 26 against Coburn. So
yeah, he's a special player. Has been for a long time.
Maris Colton on the outer side. Pesava thought about going to three, but then inside closer.
There's a little hand foul called on Magic.
Johnny Wade will go to the line.
So that foul's called on Ray Turner. His first foul for the evening. Couple of much needed points there for the Joondalup Wolves.
Much needed. Jonathan Wade cashing in. So the Mandurah Magic up by 7. Pearson drives it out to Bowie. Couldn't connect and couldn't convert. So Vangina working it out from defence. Out to Bloxham. Josh Bloxham back to Vangina. Finds Pesava out to Jonathan Wade. Thought about going to three. And trying to pull it in, Bloxham, but plenty of magic at home. Mandurah working it out through the agency of Pearson. Out to Armour. Armour going a little closer. Good tap out there. Joondalup work it out of their defence, and nice transition out to Pesava. And he drains a three, and a much needed three.
Here again, the offense created by good defense by Joel Vangina.
Magic down the other end. Bowie maintains possession. Out to Armour. They get a little closer to Magic. And they convert again and put some space between them and Joondalup.
Yes, another big Chambers Franklin three-pointer there by the Magic. Just seem to have the answers. Magic every time.
Stolen by Bowie. Can he go all the way upstairs?
Every time they see Wolves seem to make a little run, they're just good enough to steady and get a couple of buckets, just maintain that buffer.
Wanted to go upstairs there, Jay Bowie, but looks like he'll draw the foul.
First personal foul by Julian Pesava. 13 foul for the Joondalup Wolves in the second quarter. Looks automatic from the free throw line at 94%. You expect that?
I'm not saying anything this time around. Here we go. Gets Mandurah a little bit more in front. 36-27 now. They lead the visitors. Vangina finds Bloxham. Bloxham to Maris Colton just outside the arc. He's got Bowie there right at his tail. Jonathan Wade out to Vangina, going for a big shot. Can bring it down. Plenty of players at home there for Mandurah. Good fast transition to play.
Ooh.
Couldn't get it to roll in, Abram. Zava at the other end, meantime. Draws the foul.
That's a pretty good finish. I mean, took the contact, through the foul, but it was good enough to finish that layup. Ray Turner takes a seat for the Magic. Julian Pesava makes the bonus. And looks like we've got a sub coming in for Julian Pesava.
Wellstead's back on.
Back to a 6-point ball game, Terry. So the Wolves are just hanging around.
Early dominance by Mandurah, but it's been nullified by Joondalup with great defensive work. So working out, grandstand side, Jordan Wellstead. Goes cross court, finds Jonathan Wade. Wade out to Parkinson, back to Wellstead. Top of the arc, Jonathan Wade. 2-on-2 there. Out to Wade, and he drives it in nicely.
So back to a 4-point ball game.
Mandurah, quick reply on the cards. There's Armour. Out to Bowie. This is Riley Parker, gets a little closer. Bowie gets even more closer and drives in two.
Yeah, just the ability to make something out of a little broken play there.
Not much going on there for CJ Turnage. He finds Maris Colton eventually. Ball ends up back with Turnage, goes all the way. Off the glass. Still maintains possession.
Looks like he stepped on the baseline, so
no points.
That'll be a turnover.
Stepping back on, looks like Lee Rickwood-Pitt is on for Mandurah and checking out Cole Armour.
The veteran Cole Armour takes his seat, has a well-earned break.
Bowie on the outside. Finds Riley Parker. Parker's got a couple of Wolves to beat in front of him. Out to Jay Bowie, back to Parker. Mandurah Magic. Costo Kyle. Finds Bowie, couldn't get it to
big
drop.
Ball.
And Rickwood-Pitt drawing the foul.
There's his ability to get on the glass again and keep the ball alive for the Magic. We'll go to the line for a couple of freebies. And the opportunity to open his scoring account for the evening. .67% from the free throw line. You expect them to make this one. There we go.
39-32, Mandurah Magic lead. Just over 4 minutes remaining in this second period. They were challenged for a little bit by Joondalup. They've got a nice little buffer now. Maris Colton gets two more though. So we're back to 5. Abram goes upstairs and gets two.
Tough. That's a tough finish.
Tough customer there, Abram. Joondalup working again. Creatively off the floor there, Maris Colton, and slow to get up.
Yeah, it looked like he just lost his footing, slid a little bit there.
A little bit slippery out there.
But referee thought it was a little bit of contact there, so he's drawing a foul. And we'll go to the free throw line for another opportunity to try, for the Joondalup Wolves to try and draw a little bit closer to the Magic. They get it at around 63% from the free throw line this year. You expect them to make the second. And that he does.
Colton converting. 41-35. Mandurah Magic still leading. Good play here. Armour goes forward.
Kyle.
Kicks it out to Costo Kyle.
Going to three ball.
Out there, Wellstead upstairs, bang.
Well, that was a centimetre perfect pass.
Great transition there from Joondalup.
Nice ball movement here by Magic.
Very slick there.
5 left in the shot clock, though. They're going to have to get active.
Riley Parker trying to link up with Rickwood Pitt, but Joondalup working it out through the agency of Jonathan Wade. Wade out to Maris Colton, going for the big drop. Couldn't get it to connect. Rickwood Pitt cleaning up there for Mandurah Magic. Driving inside. Trying to drive it inside Bowie, but turnover here, and Joondalup get possession. Can Wade drop it in? Not quite. Turnage is there. Can he drop it in? So CJ Turnage will get another look at it.
Well, good effort by Kyle Armour there to stop Jonathan Wade from going to the bucket and scoring there, but CJ Turnage got the O boards, created another opportunity. It looks like we've got another boomerang timeout here.
So Mandurah trying to stop Wade, but what they didn't see was CJ Turnage there lurking in the...
Well, they created enough pressure to make him miss the first shot, but he was good enough to get the second shot back again. And, just hands in the cookie jar there, just was able to draw the foul, and probably Magic bailed him to a certain extent there. But it was a pretty good defensive effort there by Magic. That's a previous bucket we saw, the long pass to Jordan Wellstead in the corner for the easy layup. Those easy points for the Joondalup Wolves have just been few and far between tonight. Terry, they've just had to really work hard for basically everything they got tonight from the Magic. But, they're still hanging around. Still a 7-point ball game, but they haven't been blown out of the ballpark by any stretch of the imagination. But again, as they close that gap, Magic just find a way of scoring a bucket here or there.
They'll want to try and get those easier balls rather than working overtime to get the result and getting threes from nowhere.
Yeah. And I think shot selection also, Maris Colton came down early in that shot clock previously and jacked up a three that was probably a good metre outside the 3-point line. So again, now that's the type of shot you probably want to take deep in the shot clock right at the start of it. So, hindsight's a great thing, I suppose. A lucky roll there for CJ, but knocks the free throw down.
Mandurah still leading by 5, 44-39. Just under 3 minutes remaining. It's been a good display by the visitors as they drive it forward again.
Kyle Armour's always had that uncanny knack just to get the defender on the heels, and he'll blow past and create a scoring opportunity. Draws the foul on occasion, so he'll go to the line for a couple of freebies. 15 foul now for the Joondalup Wolves. Mandurah have 14 fouls in this second quarter. Mitch Newton committing that foul. It's his first personal for the evening.
Kyle Armour second in the league there for assists per game. So,
just an absolute veteran of the league. Been a great point guard for a number of years.
2 minutes plus change remaining. 46-39. Mandurah still leading.
7 seconds left in the shot clock. Wolves are going to have to get active here.
Out to find Gina. Can he drop it?
Whoa.
Not quite. Wolves try to go in for the second attempt, tap in, but Mandurah Magic coming away. Out to Abram.
That's a tough stop in there. Once
drawing the foul there, Bowie looks like.
Ray
Turner rather.
Yeah, once Ray Turner catches the ball down low like that, he's incredibly hard to stop, as we saw there. Again, another veteran of the league. Has been around, played for a number of clubs, including the Redbacks, Tigers. Of course, with the Sydney Kings back in 2018-2019. Originally from Houston, Texas.
It's always good to have those experienced players setting the agenda at the clubs. 12 points last week, but 21 against Eastern Suns a couple of weeks back. So he's capable of getting some good scoring happening there, Ray Turner.
And a great defender.
Turn over here for Mandurah. Going upstairs is Byron Pearson.
So foul called on Cole Armour there. The Magic have been able to just extend that lead the back half of this second quarter. Julian Pesava will go to the free throw line, hopefully for the Wolves' sake, to try and draw back a couple of points. That was Cole Armour's first foul for the evening.
Back within 9 now, Joondalup Wolves. So here's Kyle Armour for the Magic. Bowie had Turner inside, but wanted to go himself. They work it out to Armour again. Armour going to go a little closer. Then works it outside. Bowie back to Armour. Here's Armour.
That hurts. That hurts.
Running out of time there. Turnover here for Joondalup. Wellsteed works around Pearson. Here's Vingina. There's a ball in pursuit. How's the umpire going to see it? Referee going to see it?
I don't think he did see it, so he's called a jump ball straight away. It would have been extremely hard to call that one. Jump also, direction arrow going with the Magic, so they'll inbound the ball. Just over a minute left in the second quarter. 9-point lead to Magic.
Armour's got Bloxham in front of him. He drives it on the left side. Out to Pearson. Can he get it to drop? Just unlucky there. Turner at the line. Drops in 2.
That's about the third O board for Mandurah. Last probably 30 seconds of 40 seconds. So Wolves going to do a better job of getting the likes of Turner off the O boards.
Mitch Newton finds Bloxham. Now they find Wellsteed. CJ Turner, top of the arc. Drives the lanes. Can he get 2? He does.
Gets a tip in.
Seconds tick down. Mandurah want to try and get a late score here, just to go in half-time with their tail up. It's been a good outing from them so far for the visitors. Out to Abram. Finds Ray Turner, going for the big drop. Couldn't get it to come down. And that's half-time. Good hit out here. So it's Mandurah Magic 52 to Joondalup Wolves 43.
So great start by Magic, great first half. As I said, they've had a lot of the answers. Wolves have made a couple of runs, trying to get themselves back in the game. They've closed within 4 in that second quarter, but again, the Magic are just good enough to steady, hit a couple of big buckets and just extend that lead again. So half-time wouldn't have come fast enough for the Joondalup Wolves. Hopefully get in the change rooms, maybe make a few adjustments and try and fight their way back in this game. But like I said, great first half by Magic.
Yeah, good outing for the Magic there. Joondalup unlucky last week to go down to the Goldfields Giants by 3 points. Mandurah, on the other hand, had a big loss again there against the Geraldton Buccaneers, but they've really come out firing in this first half. So leading the scoring so far, Julian Pesava for the Joondalup Wolves with 20. We've got Abram for Mandurah with 16. And a couple of players there on 10 points in Pearson and Turner. Yeah,
well, Turner's on double-double watch for sure. He's got 10 points and 7 boards, and he's been clearing the glass quite nicely for Mandurah. So, like I said, they need to get him off the glass, and particularly O boards for Turner. I can't see that stat at the moment, but he's given the Magic quite a few second chance opportunities. So. Definitely will be a defensive assignment set for the Wolves to get him off the O boards in the second half.
Half-time here at HBF Arena. It is the Mandurah Magic 52, Joondalup Wolves 43. We'll be back with the second half very shortly. Welcome back to HBF Arena in Joondalup. It is half-time in the match between Joondalup Wolves and the Mandurah Magic, and the visitors taking it right up to Joondalup. It is 52 Mandurah Magic to Joondalup Wolves 43. And Glenn Simpson and Terry Seaver with you. Glenn, very promising first half there from Mandurah, and Joondalup in patches have stayed with Mandurah, but the visitors really have been more dominant, haven't they?
Oh, they certainly have been, and had all the answers. As we've said several times, the Wolves will make little runs and the Magic will just find a way to steady. But a couple of things that the Wolves really need to clean up is the, as we mentioned earlier, is the O boards. Magic have got 9 offensive rebounds to the half, and turnovers. So, while you can contribute some of those turnovers to Magic's solid defence, again, the Wolves just need to look after the ball. So tidy those couple of things up, try and get Turner and the rest of the Magic team off the O glass, and you'll give yourself an opportunity to get back in this game. But it's going to be tough from here. The Magic have played well, made all the front running, and the Wolves have got some work cut out in the second half. And it's not beyond them. We've seen they've got back within 4 points in that second quarter, but they just need to be consistent and do little things well. Certainly
a second half that's going to be fought right to the end, so this game isn't over by any stretch of the imagination. So
and like we said, Julian Pesava had a good first half. 20 points in the first half is a pretty good half in anyone's book. We just need that second and third scorers to step up for the Joondalup Wolves and give Pesava a bit of a hand on the offensive end of the floor. Chernich's got 9 points, but he's had to work really hard for those 9 points.
And you mentioned before the break that the Wolves aren't getting the easy balls. When they are scoring, they're getting. It's been pretty hard for them.
They have to work really hard. Yeah, easy points have been few and far between for the Wolves.
So we're back live, and Jonathan Wade drives it out to Pesava. Bainina is there.
Those quick hands by Kyle Armour. Almost got that steal on Joel Vinegenis, who's just about to wind up for a huge dust rattling jam. Makes the first of his 2 free throws. Second personal for Kyle Armour.
Magina gets the Wolves off to a good start. Kyle Armour down court finds Bowie. Bowie at the top of the arc, right-hand side. Has Turnage in front of him. Out to Pearson. Back to Armour. Here's Turner. Drives to the 2 points, but couldn't get it.
Ray Turner just missing that short-range jumper, but I think the Wolves dodged the bullet with their pick-and-roll defence there. Turner set the ball for Armour, rolled nice into the bucket, but Armour just missed him on that occasion. Could have been an easy layup for Ray Turner.
Foul there against Bloxham. So
call for the offensive.
Mandurah Magic will work it out of the back half through the agency of Armour. Armour driving inside. Out to Bowie. This is a Brom. Left-hand side from the 45. Pearson couldn't connect. Big swing out there from Bowie. Turner, rather.
Yeah, Turner did well to keep the ball alive there. Kicked it back out. Kyle Armour just losing the handle and a little bit of Julian Pesava pressure there. A couple of good stops there by Joondalup Wolves. It's been scrappy, but at least they've got a couple of stops and probably started the quarter with a little bit of promise.
Mandurah certainly making them earn their possessions and get their scores. And Pesava gets a couple. And it looks like he'll go back and get some more charity.
Go to the line for the bonus. So we're back to a 5-point ball game. Opportunity to knock this free throw down and make it a 4-point ball game. Well, Pesava's certainly shouldering a lot of this.
The top offense. Scoring so far, 23 points for the match. like his output. Jay Bowie swings and turns. Armour just outside the arc. Goes outside there. Mandurah couldn't capitalise, and worked out defensively by Turnage. Turnage has got Pearson there. Can it drop the right way? It does.
Yeah, up the other end of the floor, though, it's they're the shots that Magic would have made in that first half. Just haven't been dropping so far in the second half, but early days yet. But the Wolves have certainly made huge inroads into this Mandurah lead. 2-point ball game.
Pearson and Armour just pass it around between them. Armour works it back in, kicks it out to Bowie, but couldn't bring it down. Mandurah still with possession. A Brom is there. Pesava defensively maintains possession for Joondalup. This is Jonathan Wade. Out to Vingina. CJ Turnage trying to find a way inside the key. Goes cross-court to Vingina. Can he get some at the line? Get it roll right? It does.
It scores a level, Terry.
Joondalup getting a nice start, and they're on level pegging now with Mandurah. Pearson to Turner. Good 1-2. Blocks him, working it down the broadcast side. To Pesava, left side, off to Turnage, at the line. Ball in dispute there, Turnage has still got it. He finds Pesava, goes a little closer.
And importantly, he's just drawn the third personal on Kyle Armour. So Magic coaching staff have got a decision to make here. Do they leave Kyle Armour in the game? Looks like the answer will be yes to that one.
He's just got to be super clean.
Well, he's a veteran player. He's a smart player. He's probably smart enough just to make sure he just backs off on the defence now. Don't take any risks. Preserve that fourth foul. Julian Pesava misses that first of his free throws. Makes the second. No, they're going to sub.
He's going to go out.
Kyle Armour out.
Just stepping on Riley Parker. And immediately gets possession. Parker guarded by his opposing number 11 in Bloxham. Links up with Bowie. Parker on the inside, rolls in two.
Riley Parker jumps on the floor and comes up with much needed 2 points there for Magic.
Bloxham connects up with Pesava. Off to Vingina. Good roll there.
Wolves just starting to find a way to get some easy points here, Terry.
Good scoring at both ends. There's been some quick turnovers as well. Pesava going all the way. His good work undone by a Brom. A Brom on the grandstand side. Kicks it out to Bowie. Back to a Brom. Finds Parker.
Ray Turner on the low post here.
Turn off to Parker. He's got Bowie on the inside. Can he drop in two? Not quite. Pesava is everywhere, and he's...
Well, that's a better job by Joel Vingina getting Turner off the glass there. That was a tough bucket by Pesava.
Pesava doing the work.
And the Wolves have hit the lead for the first time this evening, I think, Terry, from memory. It may be very early in the game. They may have... It was a long time ago.
Pesava... game high 26 points.
And Ray Turner called for that offensive foul.
So what's he up to now? He's up to
second
foul.
Yep.
So, Mandurah built an early lead, but Joondalup have fought back and they lead by 1 point.
Yeah, absolutely. They've been able to get some stops in this second half, at the start of the third quarter, and obviously generate some offense from there. So, with a great start to the quarter by the Joondalup Wolves. Again, Julian Pesava up to 26 points for the Wolves. It's been great offensively, but...
and great coast-to-coast work. Solid defensive effort. He had a couple of players on him and then managed to work it down the court.
Yeah. And also importantly, the Wolves have, obviously with the defensive stops, been able to generate some offense and get going down the end of the floor, and been able to draw some fouls and put some pressure on the Magic defenders. We saw Cole Armour been called for his third foul, so he's had to sit down. Ray Turner just got called for his second foul there. It was an offensive foul, but it's just momentum changes and just putting the Magic under a little bit of pressure, which we didn't see really in the first half. So, a good start to the third here by the Joondalup Wolves.
1 point lead now to the home side. CJ Turnage driving it forward. Finds Wellsteed. Vainina on the inside. Links up with Wade. And Joondalup pull away.
Yeah, good eyes up play there by Vainina. Was able to find Wade as the help came across. Wade was open inside the keyway, and Vainina was good enough to find him.
Riley Parker cross court goes to Bowie. He finds a Brom. Here's a Brom, top of the arc. Got Wade in front of him. Good work there by Pearson. Got a big turnage bearing down. Bowie on the inside, right-hand side. Gets it to roll the right way.
Yeah, big mismatch there on Joel Vainina. Just too quick, Joe Bowie, for Joel Vainina.
A 1 point game again. 59-58. Joondalup's way. CJ Turnage, one-hander, cross-court. Wellstead back to Turnage. Turnage on the inside, swings and turns. Couldn't get it to connect. And working it out for Mandurah, a Brom driving it forward, trying to drive the lanes. Quick layup and gets two more.
He's been a real handful for the Joondalup Wolves this evening and continues to be.
Jordan Wellstead.
16 points for Brom.
Finds Vainina. Out to Turnage, back to Wellstead. Just drops right-hand side. Just muscling his way down court is Bowie. Linking up with it there with Parker. On the inside, Costo Carl. Back to Bowie, but plenty of numbers back there for Joondalup.
Turner with the defensive rebounds.
Maris Colton, last man to get the possession.
Brom, just enough pressure there to force a turnover by Maris Colton. So, how'd you get the ball back? It's the 13th turnover for the Wolves tonight. Versus 6 for the Magic. Magic have been very good with the ball. Only commit to 6 turnovers so far in the game. Has been very disciplined.
Costo Kyle, sideline ball. Finds Riley Parker. Parker. Always keen to drive it fast forward. Possession is turned over, and Joondalup get at the other end. Wellstead with the reply.
Yeah, Wellstead puts the Jets on and gets a nice finish there. Nice.
They're up by 1.
Layup.
The Wolves.
All right. Ray Turner back on the floor for Magic, so that's a nice steal by CJ Turnage.
Yeah, costly slip up there from a Brom. Can Turner make it pay at the other end? He does. Unlucky there for Declan or Brom. But Mandurah down by 3 points. Here's Bowie. Back to a Brom. Going to go himself there, Bowie. Just rimmed out. And referee calling possession still with Mandurah.
Yeah, I was going to say earlier, obviously Ray Turner back on the floor for Mandurah Magic. It's super important for the Joondalup Wolves to make sure they get a body on him as the shot goes up, because he will clean up the boards all night long.
Mandurah still into the attack, but just outside the arc, Riley Parker. Guarded by Pesava. Parker turns up. Couldn't get it to connect. He's coming down broadcast side, Julian Pesava. Pesava, game high 26 points so far. Wellstead drives inside.
Oh. No, referee's call on the floor. No continuation. It was a Pretty special finish there by Jordan Wellstead, slightly off balance, but the referee didn't come to the party and call a continuation. Of course, Magic have committed their 5th team foul, so Jordan Wellstead will go to the line to shoot a couple of freebies. Knocks down the first.
Cashes in and gets the margin out to 5 after they trailed early. Joondalup, they now lead by 5 points, so starting to get the game on their terms, definitely.
Jordan Wellstead's had a good couple of minutes here in this third period.
Jay Bowie try to drive it forward.
Wolves called for the hand foul there. He'll go to the line to shoot a couple of freebies. That's the second team foul for the Joondalup Wolves. Chance for Jay Bowie to eat into this 5-point Joondalup lead. Unfortunately misses the first one. It's a rare miss for Jay Bowie. Knocks down the second, as you would expect.
Jay Bowie up to 11 points now. Maris Colton back on court for Joondalup. Things like with blocks him. Finds Pesava. Lots of numbers back there for Magic.
Nice offensive rebound there by Tom Parkinson. And Brian Pearsall was having none of the second chance attempt and sent it over the baseline.
So Parkinson, long ball, long way back there. Pesava at the top of the arc will drive it in forward.
And gets the continuation on the shooter's roll on that layup. Draws the foul, will go to the line for a freebie.
Second time I think he's done that tonight, where he's gone for the roll and then managed to get an extra. Unfortunate miss there. Still in front, Joondalup, 67-61.
Pesava up to 28 points for the evening.
Quick reply there from Mandurah.
Cole Armour straight back on the floor and does Cole Armour things. Gets to the rack for an easy layup.
Down to the last minute now. It's a 4-point game. Joondalup end up with possession. They creatively keep it alive. Quick layup. At the line there. Pesava.
Well, that certainly wasn't an attractive possession by the Joondalup Wolves, but they just found a way to keep the ball alive. Tom Parkinson just scrapped, turned the ball over, but got back in, got position, got a deflection, got the ball back, somehow found Jordan Wellstead, who'd missed the layup, but then Julian Pesava cleaned up the mess through the foul. As I said, it wasn't pretty, but
it's been a lot. It's been like a lot of their possessions tonight where it hasn't been pretty, but they've got the result.
Pesava knocks down that free throw. Up to 31 for the evening now. Not quite up to three-quarter time.
Cole Armour trying to get things moving there for Mandurah. They trail by 7 points. He comes a long way back. Parkinson pressing him hard. Kicks it out wide. Finds Costo Carl. Couldn't get it to connect.
Good rebound by Bloxham.
Joondalup with possession late as we tick on down towards the end of the third period.
Mandurah should get the ball back. The last possession of the second half.
Pesava just falls a bit short there. They still maintain possession. He goes a bit closer. And good defensive work.
6 seconds for Mandurah.
With the last shot, you would think. Going for the three. Couldn't bring it down, Byron Pearson. And that's three-quarter time here at HBF Arena. And Joondalup Wolves, they were behind early. have found a way to get in front. They now lead 70 to the Mandurah Magic 63.
What was it, 9 points at half-time, Terry? And we certainly said that the Wolves had their work cut out to get themselves back into this game. But what a stunning turnaround of this game. The Wolves have found a way somehow. They've cranked up the defence, got some turnovers and some stops, and created some opportunities there on the offensive end of the floor, and suddenly find themselves up 7 points at three-quarter time. It's been an amazing turnaround. And in fact, they've been able to draw some fouls on some of the big guns from Mandurah as well. It's been a bonus for them, but good opportunity for the Magic to regroup here at three-quarter time and make some adjustments, and time for them to make a little run and come back at the Joondalup Wolves, which I expect. I think this game's going to go right down on the wire.
Just like the ladies' game, we're going to be treated to another great match in this last period, but Joondalup are really getting their threes when they count.
27-11 third quarter there for the Joondalup Wolves, so that's the dominance they displayed in that quarter. But the challenge has been thrown down to Magic now. Can they come back? Can they find a way to make some adjustments and get themselves back in this game? Because that was a super dominant quarter there by the Joondalup Wolves, clearly.
Because it was their first period that they actually won so far. So Mandurah won 25-19 first period, second period 27-24, and then Joondalup just found another gear and went 27-11 that last third period. Yeah,
absolutely. Probably Joondalup Wolves will be looking for, again, some other contributors. I mean, Pesava's been super special with his 31 points or somewhere thereabouts. Just waiting for the stats to refresh again. But Jonathan Wade's been down a little bit on his offensive end of the floor. So, the Wolves will be looking for him to make a contribution this last quarter and just, help the Wolves get over the line here. For the Magic, obviously Jay Bowie will really get active in this last quarter and try and get the Magic up and over. But they've got some work to do. 7 points down, three-quarter time.
So they'll get proceedings underway. The Magic. Jay Bowie getting the first possession. Here he is again. Bowie out to Abrom. Plenty of Wolves back there. Out to Pearson. Finds Kyle Armour. Can they get it forward? The Magic just to the right there for Bowie.
Well, that's a good first up defensive stop there for the Joondalup Wolves.
Tom Parkinson inside the arc. Hands out to Pesava. Can he go for the big drop? Just couldn't get it to roll the right way. And Mandurah work it out. This is Armour. Armour just calling for some support. Then goes out to Pearson. Bowie a little closer. Turnover here. Wade runs down court, going all the way. He's only got Pearson in front of him. And another turnover. So Mandurah maintained possession there.
That's previous possession. It was good help defence by Bloxham, came across and just doubled the post and forced the turnover. And Wolves turned the ball over, and then Jordan Wellstead was good enough to get a hand in that Cole Armour and forced the stoppage.
Abrom off to a running Armour. Armour still charging forward. Out to Pearson. Good kick out there from Mandurah. Parkinson working it away defensively. Here's Bloxham. Jonathan Wade driving right-hand side. Got Abrom there. And fell there, so Jonathan Wade will go to the line.
Able to draw the foul there. Julian Pesava subbed off for a much-needed break. CJ Chernich back on the floor, and now Joel Viangina comes on for Tom Parkinson. Ray Turner back on for the Magic. Again, it's time for the Wolves to switch on now. Turner back on the floor. Make sure we get a body on Ray Turner and keep him off the glass. I expect Ray Turner to step up this last quarter as well. The 12
He's
points.
Got 2 fouls there, so still plenty in the bank.
Yeah, he's a smart player too. He'll manage those fouls.
So Wolves up by 9. Mandurah driving it forward again. Going the wrong way there for Mandurah. Turnage tries to clean up. Goes upstairs to Wade and pulls in 2.
Well, again, it was a little bit scrappy, but the Wolves found a way just to keep that ball moving forward, and Jonathan Wade was able to get onto that loose ball.
Abrom. Got Pesava and Wellstead in front of him. Just rims out left side. Turner trying to get another look at it, but Vainina just gobbles that up. Out to Wade, back to Turner. Vainina, third attempt, they get it.
Well, that's a nice little play phase there by Joel Vainina. Ray gave up the O board to Ray Turner, was good enough to get up and block Ray Turner's shot, ran the floor and cleaned up the missed shot for a tip-in. So, the Wolves will be looking for a little bit more from Joel Vainina.
Persistence was there for Joondalup. Once couldn't get it, second time couldn't get it, and then third time Vainina just pops up and then tips in.
Another boomerang timeout there called by the Magic. Suddenly we're out to a 13-point lead to the Joondalup Wolves, Terry. It's been an amazing second half turnaround by Joondalup Wolves. As far as the Magic, I mean, what would they be looking to adjust here to try and get themselves back in the game? A couple of times there, if I'm going to be super critical, Kyle Armour probably was... the last time he passed the ball when he was in the air, probably trying to force things a little bit too much and trying too hard to make things happen. Maybe they just need to take the air out of the ball and just break the Wolves down.
There was a couple of possessions where they drove forward, and on one of the most recent examples, CJ Turnage just gobbled it up and managed to get it down the other end. Yeah,
that's the time when Kyle Armour passed the ball when he was jumping in the air, slightly out of control. So. Yeah, they just need to clean up those little things. Ray Turner, good O board down the end of the floor, was blocked by Vainina, but certainly he won't let that put him off. He'll keep working hard on the O boards.
Mandurah going forward. Armour out to Kyle, just working it around. Going closer is Bowie. He's doing some circle work here. Going closer at Brom, but plenty of Wolves back. And still a Mandurah Magic possession.
Nice ball movement there for the Magic. They just couldn't find the opportunity. The Wolves were quick to close out and contest any possible shot.
Bowie going for the 2-point attempt. They get it. So blocks him. He's got a wall in front of him in the aid of Kyle Armour.
Yep. Playing typical Kyle Armour defence. Yep.
Wolves possession ends up with Turnage. That's a good battle there between Bowie and Turnage, and Mandurah work it out. Abrom.
Well, Abrom being called for the offensive foul there. Maris Colton drawing the charge. $11-point ball game here to the Joondalup Wolves, but certainly a lot of time left in this game, Terry. The Magic can just make a couple of little adjustments here, get refocused. They still have plenty of time to fight their way back into this ball game. Julian Pesava back on the floor for the Wolves.
Vainina was just waiting there. Goes upstairs, bang.
And we'll just have a slight pause in the game here as a couple of bodies hit the floor there. The floor wipers are going to work, mopping up any sweat on the court. Joel Vainina up to 10 points now for the game. He's got 4 rebounds.
Mandurah working it out. Possession ends up with Bowie. Finds Armour. Armour back to Bowie. Little tunnel ball there. Plenty of Wolves back, and then turnover coming up. Here's Jonathan Wade with armour to beat, and he gets it in.
And that'll be Cole Armour's 4th personal foul. Nice finish there by Jonathan Wade. Obviously took a bit of contact
Ran
there.
the court well.
Yeah, took a bit of contact, was good enough to finish. But again, the Wolves are just generating their offense from defensive stops. That was pretty good defence down the other end of the floor on turn on the low post feed. Caught the ball on the low post, and Vian Jenny was good enough to affect the shot.
So he cashes in with the extra. And a bit of space now between the Wolves and the Magic. It's 81-65. The Wolves lead. His armour goes through and just goes bang.
Chambers Franklin 3-pointer by Cole Armour. Much needed points on the turnover by Armour.
That was a must there for Mandurah. Well needed 3-pointers. Wade looks to nullify, and he does.
Big Chambers Franklin 3-pointer by Jonathan Wade.
Jonathan Wade up to 16 points. Getting a few looks at it this period. Good ball movement, nice transition down court. Plenty of numbers back there. Here we go. It's 2-on-1.
Unfortunately, CJ just lost the handle and kicked it out of the court.
Because they were really threatening hard there, Joondalup. They had 2-on-1 and
just need to find the hand on the ball, and they would have got a pretty easy layup.
A little bit better with the finish, but man to have it down their end.
Again, Ray Turner cleaning up the glass there, offensive rebound, and Joel Vian-Jenny's fouled him on the layup attempt. It's the 3rd personal foul for Joel Vian-Jenny. Ray Turner now has a double-double. 13 points and 10 rebounds so far.
Ray Turner to keep the spark alive there for Mandurah. Gets them to win 14 points.
Still plenty of time left in this game.
One-hander there from Wade down to Pesava. By Nina with the 3rd attempt, but not quite on that occasion. Pesava getting the foul.
And that's the 5th personal for Cole Armour.
So that's his night.
That's his night, unfortunately. Pesava knocks down the first of his 2 free throws. And makes the second.
So a little bit tougher now for Mandurah without Armour because he's got some good run.
Absolutely. I was just thinking though, Byron Pearson subs back on for him. It's not a bad guy to come back in the game. He's shown a lot tonight.
They go way back. Costa Kyle links up with Pearson. He drives in. LeBron going a little closer. Out to Kyle. Little tunnel ball action there. Trying to link up with Turner, but Joondalup finding a way out through Turnage. CJ Turnage there for the Wolves. Trying to get the ball to connect with Maris Colton, but cleaning up is the Brom there. And he links up with Bowie, and he gets 2.
So much needed points there for the Magic. Again, defense creates offense.
Maris Colton, quick to get a move on. Links up with Wade. 3-point attempt.
Oh.
Bang, bang, bang.
Another Chambers Franklin. We've seen a lot of Chambers Franklin 3-pointers over the evening, Terry.
John Wade up to 19 points. So. Pearson for Magic. Works out to a Brom. A Brom with Maris Colton just standing there like a statue. Magic working forward. The veteran Ray Turner pulls in 2. They need that.
Yeah, just too strong there for Joel Vian-Jenny on that occasion. Chris Goldvine Jr.'s got the 3 fouls and he needs to be smart.
Maris Colton with possession. Creatively finds Turnage. Turnage will roll back. Just try and get a bit of organisation for Joondalup Wolves. He's calling for some support forward. Maris Colton.
Yeah, I like that. Just take the air out of the ball a little bit, slow the game down.
More measured build-up from Joondalup, but down the other end, Abram gets 2. And he was all on his own there, Abram.
Yeah, easy layup there, but Julian Pesava with that pass turnover there. But like I was going to say, CJ Turnage just took the air of the ball, slowed the play down. Obviously, with a healthy lead at the moment, he can manage that game clock to a certain extent and try and get a good offense there. But unfortunately, Julian Pesava with the pass turnover. So, Coach Morell's called that boomerang time out there just to make some adjustments, steady the ship, and get heads focused to this final push for the Joondalup Wolves.
It looks like the aim now is just to slow down, don't rush those possessions, and try to be a bit cleaner, because really a lot of their scoring has come from scrappy ball work. Yeah,
it has done. Yeah, they've certainly in this second half they've obviously generated a lot of offensive opportunities from some good defensive stops, but still 3 minutes to go in the game. Clearly plenty of time. If Magic are good enough to scrap and get back in the game, but it's time for the Wolves to play some smart basketball when it's required, and just run some offense and get some good looks.
And for the Magic, that they'll do it without Kyle Lama, who's been fouled out. So really a similar style player, Byron Pearson.
Yeah, Armour's a savvy veteran who's able to create opportunities and usually play some decent defence on most occasions. They're just unfortunately got away a little bit tonight with those fouls.
Jonathan Way with a look away. Ball for the Wolves ends up with Turnage. Turnage got 2 Magic players to beat, but Mandurah work it out nicely through the agency of Abram. Abram driving forward, and the tip in there, not quite from Bowie. Out to Pearson. Pearson finds Bowie, goes closer. The Magic. Turner trying to go a little higher up, but
nice help there by Jordan Wellstead. Just got his hands to the ball and forced the turnover.
Pesava out to Wade. Just couldn't get it to connect with the rim. Rimmed out.
No, the shot was there. Maybe just could have again just run down the game clock a little bit more rather than taking that early 3. But hey, that's just an aggressive error there.
Kyle manages to get Ray Turner. He's got 2 balls either side of him. Good tap out there by Jonathan Wade. Under 2 minutes now with a sizable margin. It's 89-76, so they are just going to slow things down. The Joondalup Wolves twisting and turning there. CJ Turnage and ball going out of play. Too much on it for Jonathan Wade.
Yeah, a slightly ambitious pass there by CJ Turnage. Maybe Wolves might just need to just make the easy pass rather than go for that super tough one.
Julian Pesava finds Fainina. Fainina linking up with Wade. Nearly slipped, but
and that'll be a travel
there on Wade.
Magic certainly haven't thrown in the towel here, Terry. They're still scrapping hard, still trying to create something here. Time's getting away, just a minute and a half left in the game.
Just within reach there for Mandurah.
But a lot of things need to go right.
Got to do everything right here.
And very quickly, yeah.
You expect Bowie to have a big say as he goes forward. Can he drive into? He does. So they've got it back to 11. Just toying with it there. Joondalup. Wellstead holds possession, finds CJ Turnage. Turnage inside to Johnny Wade. He's been big this term. Out to Pesava. Thought about the 3-point attempt, goes closer. Couldn't get it to connect.
Well,
and the foul there on
Christo Kyle. So you can't question the endeavour there by Kyle, but it just hurts that Pesava was able to get his own rebound back after the missed shot, and then in his exuberance, Kyle's committed that foul, which may or may not be a bad thing. They've stopped the clock here, and Julian Pesava will go to the free throw line. So Magic will be hoping he misses both and they get possession of the ball back.
Mandurah then can regroup and try and get a bit closer, but that's not going to make it easier for them. They're up 90-78 now.
34 for Pesava so far.
Big night for Julian Pesava. He's been a great acquisition this year for the Joondalup Wolves.
Certainly has.
Coming across from the Goldfields Giants. Had a great game early in the season, 29 there against Perry Lakes. That was really when he arrived.
And there's Ray Turner with another O-board and a putback.
So Pesava has been a real mainstay of this side over the last month or so.
He certainly has.
There he is again.
Great
upstairs,
great court vision. Yeah, great court vision by Pesava.
So they're up by 12. You feel like Joondalup are going to hang on here. They were challenged early by the Mandurah Magic. The Magic will keep driving.
They certainly were challenged by Mandurah Magic. They absolutely put the Wolves to the sword in the first half, but it's just been an amazing turnaround in the second half. On the back of that 27-11 third quarter by the Wolves, and they've obviously got their tail up, the confidence up, and looks like they're going to come away with a very good, comfortable, hard-fought win.
Rickwood Pitt coming on for Mandurah for the last few seconds and stepping out. That'll be him done. Jay Bowie.
Whoop.
So Bowie with 17 points, 9 rebounds for the night. Solid output, but unfortunately on the wrong side of the ledger there for Mandurah. They're going to go down to the Joondalup Wolves. CJ Turner with a couple of Magic players there. Here's Turner. Can he go upstairs and go bang? Yes. So after a tough loss last week on the road in the Goldfields, the Joondalup Wolves have responded in a big, big way. They were challenged by the Mandurah Magic and they get over the line by 8 points. Final score 92-84.
Yeah, that's
a great game.
That's a huge win by the Joondalup Wolves, given the fact that Magic was so dominant in that first half. As we mentioned, amazing turnaround in that third quarter. As we said, got their tails up, got a bit of confidence. Defense really got cranking, forced some turnovers and some stops, and were able to create offense from that. So Magic look good. They've got a lot to work on. Some talent in that team, and able to put points on the floor on the board. But the Wolves just were able to come back.
But it wasn't pretty early on for the Wolves. They were getting those really hard balls, weren't they?
Oh, 100%.
They tidied up, certainly in the second half.
Yeah, they had to scrap and work really hard for any points they got in the first half. But amazing turnaround, as we said, in the second half, and coming away with a win that they very much needed after that road loss last week.
So we look at your leaders for the night. So Julian Pesava, 34 points for the night, had an incredible game. Really brought the shotgun out at the three-point line, 34 points and 9 rebounds. Jonathan Wade, 19 points. CJ Turnage with 13 and Joel Vianina with 10 points there.
Yeah, sorry, Terry, I was going to say Jonathan Wade, as we said at the start of the third quarter, he'd had a quiet night. I think he only had 6 points and finished with 13 points, and scored 13 points in that last quarter. So he stepped up when the team needed him in that last quarter.
Mandurah, they got close, but just not close enough. In fact, they led at various points of the game there. So leading from the front was Abrom with 22 points, Ray Turner with 20, Bowie with 17, and also Pearson with 9, and Armour before he got fouled out with 9 points. Yeah,
look, Ray Turner battled really hard for Mandurah, 20 points and 13 rebounds, so a double-double for him. A couple of calls didn't quite go his way tonight, but that's the way it goes, unfortunately. But a good solid win for the Joondalup Wolves. They were seriously challenged that first half and found the way to get back in the game and get the W.
So next week we've got the long weekend, and then we're back at HBF Arena on Saturday, June 11th. So the Wolves will host the Coburn Cougars. And also Mandurah are back at home as well. They'll take on the Perry Lakes Hawks. So both tight matches you expect coming up.
Yeah, I think it's a double-header weekend for the Wolves next week. They may also have Perry Lakes early on as well. So that's a tough weekend for the Joondalup Wolves for sure.
All right, as we take a look at the ladder, so Joondalup Wolves have moved into 4th spot. Mandurah Magic are still in 6th spot there. So, yeah, pretty even match there tonight and reflective of their ladder positions.
Yeah, 100%. We knew with Mandurah's firepower it was going to be tough for the Wolves, but again, it's a good stepping stone for the Joondalup Wolves. They were seriously challenged, and in games previously they've probably lost those games, but they found a way tonight to fight their way back in the game and take a good win over a very good Mandurah Magic team.
All right, final score here at HBF Arena in Joondalup. It is the Joondalup Wolves 92 to Mandurah Magic 84. Glenn Simpson and Terry Seaver wishing you a very good evening. Another great game.
Cheers, Terry. It's been great to call it with you. And yeah, we saw 2 cracking games, so great night of basketball.
Thank you very much to Coles Express and Dream Courts here on NBL1.